Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a client's spirit guide reading. I'm going to be working with the beautiful Oracle of Oddities and the Lover's Tarot. So for your spirit guide reading, I feel really called to Amethyst. Okay. So I have a lot here on the table, but I'm going to put just a couple more pieces out. And the reason why I feel called to Amethyst is because I feel like your guides connect with you in your dreams. And I feel like your guides are very in touch with your intuition, so they answer questions that you have in your mind. So anytime you get like a thought that you know wasn't controlled by yourself, just know that that is your guide giving you some guidance. I'm gonna cleanse the space. Now, there are two guides around you, and they both feel like male. They feel kind of like older brothers. I also feel like they are guardians. They have wings, wings. I don't want to say that they're angels, but I do feel like they have wings, so they are an element of air. And which is why I feel they communicate with you through intuition, but also through your dreams. And they're very, very outspoken. So they tell it like it is. And what they're showing me is that you don't listen to them. That you are in odds. So you can be a very spiritual person, but you struggle. You struggle a lot with your mind versus your heart. And they speak to you through your heart, your intuition. But you're very conflicted because you will overthink everything. So anytime that they talk to you and it's in a subtle message, you will overthink it and you will doubt. The energy, like I said, I was feeling two of them. Here we go. So there's two being represented by the friendship card. So like I said, it was kind of like older brother vibe. So that's validation for me personally that what I was feeling was right. I pulled the God card. And I intuitively felt like putting the God card right below friendship. And like I said, I don't feel these are angels, but I do feel like I said, it's very spiritual being. So to be with the God card, it's definitely kind of shows that if you yourself, you personally believe in guardian angels and whatnot, let it be. Allow yourself to believe that that's what they are. Very spiritually connected. But the apathy card, apathy, this is what is making me feel like you are doubting and you don't listen. So they're saying you don't listen to us, you don't hear us, or you do hear us, but you doubt. Kind of like you have to physically see them to believe it. So the tarot is revealing very earth-based with the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is a very rational type of card. And King of Pentacles, like basically the type of person that has to see it and feel it to believe it. So when it comes to your guides, just know that they cannot pretty much come to become a solid being. It's got to come from your intuition and your mind to trust it. And I'm just noticing this, that the flowers in the apathy card are black, like they're dead. The flowers in this card that's making me feel like you're at odds with your mind and your heart, black. So it's a toxic thing. You are blocking your own ability to receive messages. So your guides reveal the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups to me is like that combination of give and take. I feel like when you do feel you receive a message, you will think about it, but you just put it off to the back of your mind. You walk away from it, and then the next thing you know, you forgot about it. So I feel like the Eight of Cups is definitely like you're not fully invested. You still doubt. I feel like when you tap into your guides, it's almost like you expect to see someone like transform in front of you, whereas it doesn't work that way. I'm gonna leave this card up because it definitely resembles your guides. I feel like it doesn't work that way, and you have to get yourself away from that kind of expectation. So what do you guys want to say to my clients? What message do you have for her? So we got the sacral chakra. Reflect. The ego. So reflecting on your ego is what gets in the way. Your mind. Overthinking. Stop overthinking. Reflect. Let the messages flow. Reflect on your dreams. Write them down. Write down random thoughts that you have. You know. And I feel like the sacral chakra is like being a little bit more creative in your approach to connecting. I feel like when you allow your intuition to take the driver's seat, you will see more stuff come to life. Like you are giving birth to your potential for creation, your potential for growing a relationship with your guides. They are saying not everything has to be physical. Sometimes the mental is stronger than the physical. That's what they're saying. So the Sun, the Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're definitely at odds with your body and your mind. And by being this way, like by allowing your mind to dictate and for you to physically have to hear, feel, or touch things to believe it, it really blocks your happiness. And I also feel like your guides are saying to remember how you were as a child. Remember when you were very imaginative. Remember when you were like you didn't have to see it to believe it. You just knew that it existed. I feel like that's what your guides want you to know. Now, you asked in your email if they connect with your children. So, now I don't know how many you have, but I feel like they're saying yes, they do, but with one of them, it's more strong. And I feel like it's with a boy. So if you have a child, a boy, that's the one that they seem to be more attached. the Knight of Wands, the Tower, Two of Swords. So if you have children, which I feel like you do, because you wouldn't have asked that question, I feel like the Tower card in the core, I feel like they're saying with your child, one of your children is very connected to spirit. And I feel like it's the boy, the younger one. But they're showing the Tower with the Two of Swords, and I feel like your child is going to get to a point where, and this is going to be later on, I'm hearing 9. So when they're 9 years old, perhaps, or 9, well, I don't want to say 9 years, but it could be 9 years, 9 months, maybe 9 years. It's going to be a further down the way. The Two of Swords is kind of giving me that feeling of they're going to be blocking their ability. So this is something that you really want to kind of speak to your child about, talk to them more about so they understand what they're experiencing. Because otherwise there's going to be a big moment in their life where they're going to start fearing what they are experiencing and blocking it out. So I feel like the more you communicate with your child about that, the better it will be. Dreams. So I mentioned earlier that I feel like they connect to you with dreams. There you go. And perhaps your child is also having similar dreams too. Self. Third eye chakra. So yeah. As far as your child goes, you and one of them, so you and this child in particular, share a connection. You both dream heavily, very vividly. So that's something that you can communicate with them. Very open with the third eye. So I do feel like your child is psychic or has a strength in that ability. But I do encourage you to communicate with them about this. So it's not something that they learn to fear. So this is your spirit guide reading. I hope that this kind of gave you some insight. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm very curious about the children portion. If you have a child or a young boy, reach out and let me know. And if I was wrong about, the child or how many you had, we can discuss that in email. And I could reinterpret it, but that's what I was gathering. So let me know. Thank you for letting me read for you. And anyone who's watching, this is the spirit guide reading. Thanks, you guys.